It's working. What's going on, comic fans? I work overnight and I have the night off tonight, so I did a little comic binging. Um, this is last week's haul. Um, Hope you enjoy. Number one, Conan the Barbarian, number 4 by Jason Aaron. Of the two Conan titles, this is my favorite. I'm liking them both. I'm pulling them both. But this one especially is really cool. Jason Aaron is crushing it. This is my first time reading Conan before Marvel re-released them in these two titles, but I'm liking it a lot. And this one, uh, Conan's King, they're kind of taking it issue by issue, like different battles in Conan's life, through with like the through line of this like Red Witch or something that's like trying to get the magic from his blood, and like every time Conan cheats death, his blood gets more magical. And in this one, he's king, but he's getting sick because he's like everything's too peaceful and he's not fighting anymore. So he like pretty much becomes a vigilante, and that's no spoiler. It gets way better than that, but very cool. Um, Die, number 4 too. Yes, Die number 4. Sorry. Um, this is a really cool title. A group of friends were trapped in like a Dungeons and Dragons type game 20 years ago, or for 20 years, or something like that. And then, but their friend was like stuck in there, and now they're back in the game, and his friend is like the master of this world, like the world builder, and like he controls everything, and it's badass. And I'm not even a Dungeons and Dragons guy either, but it's cool. As far as this issue in particular, um, they finally mentioned the fact that the leader uh, like wanted to be a girl when you go into the world, you choose a character that has different like specialties and stuff, and the leader is a guy, but when in the world he's a girl, and they just never mention it during the whole first 3 issues, but they mentioned it in this one finally. Um, Not that it's a problem, but it's just weird that they didn't talk about it. Uh, Very cool issue. Art is crazy good. If you're not reading that, definitely pick it up. Another one of my favorite titles. Self-Made, number 4. Um, this one actually has like a companion podcast that goes with it that I listen to. It's produced by Kyle Higgins, written by Costa, somebody named Costa. It's cool. The first page of the series starts out with this, like, it takes place in Arcadia, and I'm like into Arcadia themed stuff, which is weird, but it hooked me from the very first page of the series. And but then I don't want to spoil it, but it takes a bunch of twists and turns. Um, this one kind of seemed like it was a transition episode to like the major quest that the main character is about to go on, but really cool, and I'm pumped for the next one. The podcast is okay, but I don't know, it's cool. Next, Ghost Rider destroys the Marvel universe, or destroys Marvel history. Number 1, written by Paul Scheer and somebody else. Um, I like Paul Scheer. I listen to How Does This Get Made podcast, as well as the League stuff. So in this, Frank like is stuck back in time, and he meets his family like the day before they're killed, and he like pretends to be um, Frank's uncle, and tells stories to Frank's kid about like he and puts himself into like a bunch of different classic Marvel like events, I guess, like with the Fantastic Four and stuff. Um, but it's kind of like a Forrest Gump-esque thing where like he was there during all these classic times. It's a cool way to do it. I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's actually takes place because he's back in time, or if he's just telling his kid these stories to like impress him because his kid likes superheroes. But it's a cool way to tell the story. I'm definitely gonna pick up the second one, I think. Um, Very cool, funny, weird, goofy, jokey, which you would expect from Paul Shear, but it's good. I honestly didn't know he was a comic fan until that. Next, Green Lantern number 5. Before this week, I was buying these, but I wasn't caught up at all. I didn't read any of them, but I read them all in one day. And at first, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm not ready for this." Like I've only been reading comics for like a year and a half, and Grant Morrison's going deep in this one. Um, but as I kept reading, you get your sea legs, I guess, and it was really good. But this one, things start to really pop off. I don't know. I don't want to give any spoils away, but this is maybe my favorite issue so far, and things are about to really get going. And it explains a couple questions people had about issue 3, I think. Um, something that Hal Jordan did that is given an explanation in this issue. Next, Hot Shots #1, Domino, the Black Widow. The Black Widow comes to Domino. She wants to like join her team because she needs to do something. I honestly, this issue is relatively forgettable to me. I won't be getting the next one, but the first few pages were cool. It was like Kirby-esque, like cosmic type stuff. And I remember, like, I mean, I read this like on last Wednesday, so I kind of forget about it. So the fact that I forget about it, I'm probably not going to get the second one. But I remember being a fun read, at least. Easy read, quick read. Same with this one, Young Justice #3. I am not going to get the next one, I don't think. I got this one because I got the last two because I thought they were going to explain the Superboy thing. And in this one, they kind of did. Um, I don't know. I'm one of the people who do like the fact that they aged up John Kent and that now Connor Kent is back. Um, I think that is cool. But I wasn't invested in the Super Sons either, so I can see why people might not like that. But I'm gonna wait for the trades for this. I think after this one, but it was okay. And final Green Arrow issue of this Green Arrow volume, or this, whatever you want to call it, which is issue 50. I read the first 3 trades of Green Arrow, and then I stopped keeping track. So this is my first time reading this creative team on it, and it was cool. I prefer the art of the first creative team, but this was a nice. There's 2 cool twists at the end. This is a nice final issue. Can't wait to see what they do next with Green Arrow, especially with the TV show ending and stuff. A lot of Green Arrow transition for any Green Arrow hardcore fans out there. These next ones I haven't read yet, but I've been collecting. I'm just behind. Mortal Hulk 14. I'm on issue 10. I've been collecting all of them. I'm just not caught up. But what can you say? It's unbelievable. Justice League 19. I'm on issue 14, I think, or 15. I really love it. But I catch up. And Avengers 16. I'm only on issue 8 of this, but I was only on issue 2 yesterday. So I'm liking it. And the first bunch of issues of Justice League and Avengers were really similar in the fact that they both were involved with like cosmic titans, celestials, and world titans. But I like it. Imagine if they ever did a Avengers vs. Justice League crossover event again, and you had Jason Aaron and Scott Snyder writing them together. I think that would be a badass. But War of the Realms coming up, and Vampires right now, which inspired me to start crushing these books and making sure I get caught up. But I'm really enjoying it. And then Doomsday Clock, #9. I haven't started these yet. I'm just gonna do it all in one final swoop when it's over, I think. All right. I also saw Captain Marvel today. Really cool. No spoilers at all, but I liked it a lot. I don't understand the bad reviews, to be honest with you. Most of the bad reviews I saw just said that it was it was an average Marvel movie. It was nothing special at all. And there's also like the anti-feminist reviews too, which I'm not even gonna acknowledge. But as far as like the mixed, nothing special reviews, I mean, it was an average Marvel movie, but the average Marvel movie is awesome. So this movie was really awesome. I was bummed about having to watch another origin movie going in, but I think they did it really well. The way they like weaved everything together and explained it, but also kept you in. I don't know. It was cool. Um, they threaded the needle nicely, and then the trailers didn't do that much for me either going in. So honestly, like my expectations were kind of. I wanted to see what the bad reviews are talking about, and then maybe they were right. But no, Brie Larson was great. Very charming. Um, her action scenes were great. Uh, she has I don't know. She was good. Um, really good. Great. I'm completely on board for the next 7 movies she's on contract for or whatever that is. But maybe I'll do a full review with spoilers later. But as of right now, I highly recommend it. But anyone in this group is going to be seeing any superhero movie anyways, probably. So we're all in the bag. But don't listen to reviews. Just watch the movie. All right, that's it. Hopefully I'll get next week's video up a little quicker maybe. But thanks for watching. Happy reading.